everybody. Hello. Can you hear me okay? Does everyone hear me okay? I hope so. Yay. So I hope everyone's doing well. We're going to send prayers out to Colorado for the fires happening there. But I hope everyone's having a good almost New Year, I guess. Almost starts the New Year. Yeah, so I guess let's get started. Oops. If you guys don't mind. Okay. Anne Moore asked, how did you meet your husband and how did he find out about your gift of intuition? We met at a Bill Clinton political rally. It was for the healthcare when Hillary was trying to give us universal healthcare, which you can see how well that went. But we met in Sacramento at a rally. That's where we met. And about my intuition, I think he probably, I don't know. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure about that one. I guess he kind of figured it out along the way, just like I did, just over things happening, little things happening here and there. I think he just, I think he still has not an easy time with it, but it's, it is what it is. So, okay. So I answered that personal question. Let's get off of me. Okay. Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted of 5 of 6 counts. Will more information be revealed about the other people involved now? Yeah. And I think I said she would never see the light of day, if I remember correctly, before that verdict was, it was a couple of weeks ago, but maybe it was even longer ago. I'm not really sure. Okay, so let's see if there's gonna be more stuff about. Someone's going to give an interview. I feel like someone's going to give an interview. I almost feel like it's someone like on the legal team or legal something. So, and I feel like yes, I feel like there will be, but I feel like it comes out, some stuff comes out in an interview, which is kind of weird. Maybe it won't be like a TV interview. I'm thinking TV, but maybe it's like a newspaper interview or something like that. But it feels like some kind of legal somebody talking about this. So I guess the answer is yes. And I think it's going to happen through an interview somebody gives. And I feel like it starts the ball rolling, basically. It's like they mention a couple of names and then more comes out. So yeah, I think it'll be a kind of drip. I think it will come out like that. Okay, I've got my angel light on. Okay, what was the extent of Bill Clinton's involvement with Epstein and Maxwell? Okay. This is one of those things I have to step out of the way for. I really just have to let it come through because you have your own, biases and yeah. So so I saw So I saw him really young and I heard Governor Clinton. So I think he may have met him when he was governor, if that would that make sense? Um, because I feel like he actually knew him for a while. And I feel like he heard stories. And he did get money from him. He got, like, contributions from him and would I feel like they were that he maybe attended things that he was at or something, like they attended the same things, but I don't feel like there was any, like, of, like, the girls and that kinda thing connection with him. It does feel like knowing him socially at the same some of the same social things and then getting money from him. So, I mean, that's not great either, right? Because it's still the money that was made from all this horrible stuff. So, it's not like that's any better, but or, whatever. It still supports it in some way. Yeah, so that's all I'm getting with that. I don't think it has any. I mean, maybe they're showing me parties because that's what maybe it was the parties, but I'm not getting that feeling from it. It just feels more like the same place, like they would be in the same places a lot. But it feels early. It feels like the 90s. It feels like early. I don't know. It feels very early. It feels very. Oh, he wrote on his plane. Okay, so I mean, that makes sense. So I feel like they definitely knew each other. And I don't feel like though they were good friends or anything. I just feel like they have known each other. I'm not getting on I'm asking about the airplanes. I'm not getting anything on that right now, but it may be because maybe we know the extent, maybe we know what it is. But I am getting like money changing hands. I'll say a lot. I don't know if it like one time and it was a lot of money or if it was just money over the years, but that's what I'm getting. Okay. You guys know more than I do. He was on his private island. He was on the plane. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I'm getting. So that's what I got. Will Putin invade Ukraine? He's urging Biden is urging de-escalation, but officials are worried. Okay. He really, really wants to. I feel like he might um, stage some kind of reason to go in there. I just heard campaign. I feel like it's some kind of like a misinformation kind of thing. Um, I feel like he really, really wants to. I feel like there are people pushing back, and if he does, it's all over. He's finished. They're saying, for some reason, they're saying his judgment is cloud is like his judgment is clouded. Like his judgment isn't that good anymore. His instincts aren't very good anymore. There's something happening. I don't know if it's with his brain or just because he's so you know, angry and wanting things the way he wants them, that he's kind of losing his ability to be patient or what. But I feel like, yeah, he's we're gonna start. I mean, we're gonna start seeing him do some like almost out of character, um, crazy things. It does feel like like I mean, he already does I mean, he's done lots of crazy stuff, but I feel like even for him, it's kind of like that's weird that he would do that, or why would he ever do that when this would happen? So I just feel like he may, if he does, it's over. I'm telling you, it's done. He's over because I feel like there is a collaboration of nations that just put him in a box, and it's very, very bad for him and the oligarchs and their money. So it will be over for him if he does that. But I do feel like he really, really wants to, and there's personal and some political pushback. But they're saying his judgment's off. His ability to judge things is off. So that's what I got. We shall see. Did the FBI ignore tips they received about the Capitol riot on January 6th? Did the FBI ignore? This question, are you asking? I'm thinking that you're saying before the Capitol riot, like they got information to maybe stop it. Maybe I'll just answer it that way, I guess. So I'll ask if they got information that would have helped them to stop what was happening. So you just see that, like tips, I guess. Okay, ahead of time. Okay, got it. All right. I just heard chatter. So there was chatter, some kind of chatter about it. It feels like they saw chatter and heard it as well. So they were I feel like they may have been monitoring somebody or something, or listening to somebody. But I feel like it didn't paint a full picture. They couldn't get a full picture. Something about a full picture, because I'm seeing like something about a full picture. They couldn't get a full picture, or it wasn't a full picture, so they couldn't really. It wasn't enough, I guess, to know exactly what to do. And it was as if it could happen. As if it could happen. So putting that all together, they were getting chatter, and to me it is like hearing chatter, seeing chatter, and I'm sure it caused concern, but they didn't have a full picture of what was going to happen. So they weren't really sure what specific actions to take. That's what I'm getting. At least what I can put together. It's very like PC, but that's what I'm putting together. If you guys get anything, else, I mean, let me know. So, but that's what I got. Will there be any problems on January 6, 2022 after what happened last year? I heard the word solemn. Um, Something about a memorial or something, or not sure what this is, but it almost seems like it almost reminds me of like 9/11, like what they do for 9/11. That's what it reminds me of. Kind of I don't want to I'm not, I want to I think of a different word beside like tribute, but it's like a some kind of just recognition of it happening, I guess. But that's what it comes across. It doesn't come across as because I feel like there will be people at the Capitol and something will be happening, but it's solemn and it has a feel like people gathering, but it feels more sad, if that makes sense. Um, I literally have not seen the news in like 2 weeks. So I'm very, I feel actually very clear. You know, it seems like things are coming clear, but there's a lot and it's harder to patch together when I don't have any, you know, knowledge at all about anything. So, but that's what it feels like. And it doesn't feel like people, you know, going into the windows or going in or anything violent. I saw that before 1/6, I said it felt violent and it felt not good. It did not feel good. This doesn't feel like that. This feels very sad and I heard the word solemn. So that's what I got. Oh, Nancy Pelosi has a ceremony planned. Okay. At the Capitol, I guess, or because it feels like they're like people are at the Capitol, but it doesn't feel bad. It doesn't feel bad. It just feels sad. Will world leaders ever take global climate change seriously? I got the number 5 for some reason. I don't think it's 5 years, but it seems like there's like 5 countries or something that make the difference. Because I know there's already countries taking it seriously, obviously taking it, you know, trying to take it seriously. Um, but I'm getting like 5 countries that join or change or make big changes, and it makes the difference. Keep hearing China. So something with China. I'm hearing, I just heard good graces. So maybe the 5 countries are kind of, they want to get into the world's good graces or back in good graces with the other countries or with the United States, or I don't know. Um, but it feels like 5 countries take it very, very seriously. And it feels like that I keep getting like it makes all the difference. It makes the difference. So, and I heard China, so something with China as well. So I guess the answer is yes, but that's kind of how it happens, if that makes sense. May take a little while, but I don't think it will be that long. Um, yeah. So Will there be a collective awakening regarding the existential threat posed by climate change? Um, okay, so yes, I'm hearing the Carole King song, I Feel the Earth Move Under My Feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. So there's something that happened. I think there's a something big that happens in the environment to change people's or make people act more swiftly and more aggressively. Um, I'll have to go read the words to that song, but if anyone can pull out of that song what that could be, but I can hear that so clearly. So yes, but it has something to do with that song. Whatever is in that song, it's yeah, and it could be just that the earth is reacting. We have fires in places that we haven't had extremely the sky tumbling down. Yeah, I know. Um, I'm thinking that could be like rain or even heavy, heavy, some kind of heavy weather, heavy snow, heavy rain, um, earthquakes, some volcanoes. Yeah. So it does. And like, you know, in my 2022 predictions, I was talking about this year being kind of a year where things are coming to a climax, coming to a head in some way, and it did feel like volcanoes and things like that kind of represented that as well. But it also was just people, things coming to a head and people having to look at stuff, having to see it. It felt like it was lots of aspects. It was political and it was climate change. And it was all these kind of bigger things that have been kind of rising, kind of bubbling and getting bigger and bigger. And there's some things coming to a head this year. That's what I kept getting. So anyway, all right. Okay, apparently Ron DeSantis has been AWOL since December 17th. What is Ronnie doing? Does he have COVID? Ooh, good question. Ronnie. That's weird. I'm getting that somebody told him to step back while Trump came out. Like Trump would reemerge and they asked him to step back or make himself scarce, pushed him back to allow Trump to have but it has something to do with Trump. It's like step back to let him step forward. Was it about that time when Trump came out and started coming out again? Was it around that time? Because it feels like it's to do with that. I don't think he has COVID. It doesn't feel like he's sick. It feels like going behind the curtain or laying low. It's something like that. And I feel like he was told to do this. Yeah, that's what I got. That's weird. If anybody knows when yeah, his state is in bad, COVID's bad, but in places where, yeah, people aren't vaccinated or just following the rules, it's going to be bad. Yeah, unfortunately, it's so sad. Are any radicalized right-wingers finally waking up, or are they still fully asleep, tucked under the Trump blanket? His blankie. Let's see. Um, I feel like there's been a few. It's not huge, but it's chipping away. Something there are little pieces chipping away. It's going to take time. Um, Something's happening with Fox. And I feel like when that happens, it's like a big chip falls away. Um, and the ones that are, or it feels like a lot of the ones that are kind of sticking with him are quite radical. They're quite, even I would say like, insult anyone, like almost like mentally ill or mentally um, easily led, I guess you'd say. But I don't want to say like there's something wrong with them, but it is kind of like that. They're very, very over the top radicalized, I guess you'd say. Um, and those are going to be very hard to pull away. Um, but slowly that section is like being chipped away, but there's a section that may never fully come back. They're saying they're like mentally ill almost. It's almost like their brains have been rewired in a way, due to all of this. So I hope that explains it. Sometimes I'm listening and talking at the same time, and sometimes I can't remember where I even am. So yeah, so I hope that made sense. It's weird when I read. It's like it's almost like everything's here and you're kind of here. It's really odd, and a lot of times I don't remember things, that I've said. People will tell me, you said this or you said that, and I'm like, sometimes I remember, but a lot of times I forget. So I hope that made sense. Okay, go ahead. I know I saw I would explain that. Okay, what is one positive thing that will occur in 2022? Ooh, I just heard loud. I wonder if you guys even heard. I heard loud as anything justice. So something with justice. And to me, for it to come through like that, it's got to be something big. It's got to be. I got chills. I just got chills with that. So there's something, and I feel like it might be a few things, but yeah, justice. That's one positive thing. And if it's positive, it must be something we all want to happen. Otherwise, it wouldn't be positive. But I feel like and it feels like it's like across the board. It's like they're going like it's across the board. So it feels like it's, uh, um, like in the corporate world, in the political world. It's like it's across the board. So um, interesting, right? It even feels like a company or an entity. It could be like Fox or like the gun, lobby or something like that, or what I want to say, the NRA or something like that. But Okay. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm not exactly sure, but it feels like it's across the board. Yeah. Will there be any more information about Prince Andrew's involvement with Maxwell and Epstein now that she's convicted? Okay, so let me tell you what I'm getting, and I'll let you guys decide what this means because I don't know. I just heard tell me everything, and then I saw Buckingham Palace like close its doors. So maybe the whoever handles the royal family, maybe they know everything there is to know about him and it, and they're gonna squash it. That's how I would interpret that. But tell me what you think, because that's how I do that. That's what I do. I like just get pieces and then try to interpret it the best way I can. But that's what I got. So I'll let you help me interpret that. But that's how I would interpret that. It's like they know everything. We don't, but the royal family has gotten him to tell them everything, and they're going to squash it. They're going to like keep it in the back, in the whatever hidden. So Chris says, while the queen is living, she will not let him go down. And when she dies, the kids will say, "Here you go, take him." Okay. I found this hilarious. Does Trump have guides or have they given up? They're like, this guy, forget it. Okay, let's see. I think, well, first of all, you know, I know that he has guides, right? I know that he does. Um, and our guides never turn away from us. We turn away from them. So I would say that's at least part of the answer. That's just from my own doing this work. I just know that we are the ones that turn away from them. And then when we're ready to turn, they'll be there. They don't leave. But I'm gonna ask. So he does have guides. They can't reach him. Um, they're trying to assist other ways of reaching him. So they're trying to assist. So to me, that means I think assist in like trying to hold him accountable and things like that. So it's almost like his guys are working with, you know, um, people that are trying to make him face what he has done, basically. Um, but I feel like it's interesting because I feel like they haven't given up trying to reach him. Um, and because they can't reach him, they're not able to, they go to other ways of trying to reach him, trying to get him to see, to realize, to understand, to but it's interesting too because I don't feel like they're exasperated or anything like that. It feels like we can't do this, we can't do our work this way, so we'll do it this way. Very It's just very calm. It's not like, oh my gosh, this guy, what are we going to do? It's not like that. It's just like, we can't do it this way. We'll have to go this way. But I feel like it is sad. Like it's sad. I remember having a vision one time. It's somewhere in the vault, in the vault that are my videos, where Nixon was following him around the White House, and I could hear him talking to him. And so somebody just brought this up. So I think that there may be spirits in the White House that are trying to reach him, but he doesn't seem reachable right now. And you can understand why. If to do this work and to hear your guides, anybody to hear their guides, you have to have some space in between your thoughts. You have to have just a little bit, or be really wanting to hear from them, be willing to kind of open up in some way. And he is so closed down and so in his head. I mean, all he thinks, everybody has said it, all he thinks about all day, every day is his grudges, what he's mad about, what happened to him. But there's no space. There's no space in his brain. You'd think it was all space. There's no space in his brain. Okay, so that's what, so in a way, they have given up on trying to get through to him the way that you would normally get through to a person. They're going in other ways to try to get to him. They haven't given up trying. They're not going to. Yeah, Trump is 100% ego. That's right. That's right. Okay, Prince Harry is publishing a book in 2022 about his life. Will it be published before the Queen passes on? And will it have any effect on the monarchy? I actually think it may come out before she passes, because it seems like he doesn't care. He doesn't. I mean, it's not like he doesn't care about her, but he doesn't. It's not a. He's going to do what he wants to do. He's learned to kind of do what he wants to do anyway. I feel like he's again and again the monarchy has tried to say, you can't do this, you can't do that. And it seems like he's just like, at this point, I do what I want. So at least that's what it feels like. I do what I want. So he's going to do what he wants. To me, it does feel like it will come out before she passes away. And it feels like, I heard the word rifts. So I think it will cause some rifts maybe in the family, or among certain people close to the family. But I do feel it's very much his perspective. So it's almost like some things they can't argue with, because it's his opinion and it's the way he saw things and it's the way he experienced them. So in a way, they can't really argue with most of it. But I feel like there's a few like little bombshells that are kind of like may cause some rifts in the family. That's what it feels like. Jan, English girl here. Okay. I didn't see what it says. Oh, hello, English girl. Okay. So go ahead, Adam. Yeah, I think you're right. Connie Brown, they traumatized him as a young boy. I think you couldn't not, you'd have to be affected by living that way. I mean, you couldn't help but just be affected. Yeah. And then losing your mom so young and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure. Will there ever be complete forgiveness for student loans? Will the situation where young people are putting themselves in debt for education change? So I just heard some loan forgiveness. So I feel like it may, well, at least at this point, it might not be all of it, but it's going to be some. I wish it were all of it because that would it would help the economy, and it's like it's so infuriating. But okay. It's interesting though, because I feel like that they may talk about it and do something like more than what they're doing now before 2022. It's almost like they talk about it like going up to the midterms. So they may get some more relief before the midterms. And education as a whole. So I'm hearing workaround, and so I feel like somehow or more and more, people are going to find a way to get jobs working around getting an education. Some jobs you can't. I mean, obviously, if you want to be a doctor, you've got to go to school, but it feels like there'll be a whole section of people that kind of work around it somehow. I just heard experience. So I don't know, maybe there'll be some kind of work experience thing or something that kind of helps people to not have to go to college or go that long or they could go less time or something. I feel like but they're saying a workaround. So they're going to start to work around it. So that's what I've got. I'm sure there will always be those people that can afford to, and they'll go, they really want to do something, a lawyer or a doctor where they have to go to school, they'll go. But yeah, maybe certifications. Thank you, Terry. Something like that. It's like they're saying workaround. So it's like they work around it somehow. Yeah, apprenticeships. I'm thinking all that kind of stuff. It just feels like they'll find ways to work around it, right? Because we're going to need people working. But if people can't afford to go to college and jobs need to be filled, they're going to work around it. That's kind of what it feels like. But it's like they're saying work around. So yeah, I know we used to have free college, and I don't know, Reagan. That's all I got to say about that. Go read about Reagan. I know all of you know about Reagan, but in California, we definitely know about Reagan and what he did to education here. So, okay, Adhum. Dominion filed their case in early 2021 and is continuing against various Trumpers who made all kinds of wild accusations about the company. Will they win bigly eventually? So I'm hearing a good case. So I feel like they've got a good case. So, but I do feel like there'll be like settlements made for some, because it feels like some don't go to court, but there's money paid out. But their cases are good. It's not like they don't have, especially they're showing like the people on television, people that they have like tons and tons of footage of them saying over and over and over again. So anyone caught on television saying it, they're going to have a good case against them because they're showing me lots and lots of TV screens. And there are certain ones where I feel like the maybe more high profile, where it's like they're going to go the distance because they're going to make a point. But there will be some where it's like, they settle it. And so Dominion gets money from them or gets whatever. So yeah, that's what I have. That's what I got. Would Trump ever consider fleeing the country if he thought he might go to jail? That's interesting. So I'm getting what to me feels like he would, if it could look like he wasn't fleeing or it looked like he wasn't running. If he could do it in a way that looked like, I have a business opportunity, so I've got to leave the country, that kind of thing. It's like, yes, but not, he wouldn't do it if it looked like he was running or if it looked like he was fleeing. There would have to be a way he could make it look like, I'm not fleeing, I'm just going to Saudi Arabia for no reason, or just, I just want to go to Russia. It's like, so yes, but he would try not to make it look like that. He doesn't want to look like he's running. At least that's what I'm getting. He doesn't want it to look that way. But he would, of course he would. He's a coward, but that would be the way he would, the only way he would run is if he could make it look like he's not running. Yeah. Good question. Will there be indictments for Matt Gaetz for the 6th GOP texting on January 6th with Mark Meadows for Trump? Okay, so there's a lot there. So let me see. Could Matt Gaetz or Getz or whatever his name is, could he have been indicted and we don't know about it? Because I almost feel like there's some kind of deal going on, or some kind of, it's weird though, because I feel like it's happening like presently, but it feels like in the back room, like making deals, making promises, deals and promises. But it's weird. It feels like it's like right now. That almost makes me feel like might be someone even like higher than Matt, like more high profile than Matt Gaetz or something. That's weird. But it feels like he's like giving information, making a deal, making deals. The 6th GOP, let me look at that. There are going to be some indictments over this. I don't know if it will be 6, but I feel like there are going to be some indictments over the GOP. And I feel like that's, you know what? It's really interesting because they keep talking about the about 2022 and, "Oh, the Democrats are gonna lose," I've never seen that. I've always seen, like, they hold on to the House, they barely, barely hold on to the Senate. It could switch, but it feels like they barely, barely hang on. But I'm wondering if it is because some of these people are indicted. They're gone. So they have to run, like, whole new races. I don't know. I wouldn't count that out, but it almost feels like that. I almost feel like they won't even be there. So that's why we win, you know? It's like it's not really it's different people. So, um, Mark Meadows, yeah. Well, we know he's being held in contempt. So I'm sure he'll be or I think he'll be indicted by that. It just seemed like that. But there's more coming. You know, it's weird. Um, he's going to really try, just so you guys know, he's really going to try to not go to jail. So I feel like he is going to give them whatever they want when it comes down to it. Maybe he was trying to play big or whatever, act like I'm not going to talk. He is so determined to not go down for any of this stuff. He's going to give them anything they want. That's what I'm saying about him. He's such a he's just like, I mean, you hate to call someone a weasel, but he is a weasel. He's just like weaselly. Um, yeah, he's just ugh. And for Trump, that's what I felt when it was like the good thing, like justice, justice, justice. I felt like um, something is coming for Trump. I really think that's why he does not run, is because he's like facing some big charges that he gets indicted for, and he can't. Um, I don't see him running. So I do feel like it may be New York that gets him first, because I kind of think it will be a woman for some reason, but he's got charges coming for sure. At least that's what it feels like to me. It feels very um things can change obviously, but it does feel like this is going to happen. Um Yeah. So, and I think it's weird because I feel like there are some people, I just saw Nancy Pelosi, but there's some people that kind of know this. And so they're not worried about him. They're like, yeah, he's not going it. He's not going to run. He's not going to be around. Um, so yeah, anyway, I think some people kind of know that or have heard rumors maybe or something. So members of the Saudi hit squad who murdered journalist Jamal Khashoggi are living it up in seven-star lodges, lodgings in the kingdom. Will the Crown Prince, MBS, or anybody ever pay a price? I hate to say this, but I'm feeling like it's they will pay a price, but I feel like it's years away. It's weird because I feel like his fiance, I guess she was a fiance that when he passed away, his fiance is going to do some kind of movement, or it almost feels like a movie. But it's kind of it like breaks things open again because I almost feel like it's kind of forgotten and then it breaks open again. And then it's like people demand justice and it's like that. It's interesting. It's almost like it happens again, but I don't think it happens to someone else. I don't think so. It because it feels like his fiancée is involved, so it's like it breaks open again in some way. Not exactly sure what I'm seeing. Because I'm seeing her, I'm seeing like people outraged, but it feels like it broke open again. So I'm wondering if it's like a movie or I don't know, a great journalism piece or a book or something, but it's like it breaks it open again, but it's down the road. And I feel like the price they pay is kind of more um because it doesn't feel like the courts. It feels like a like almost like a political reputational kind of price, but it's bad. It's really bad for them and for the royal family and stuff. It's bad. So, will they pay a price? Yes. I don't think it's the way we would think of like paying a price, like going to jail and having to pay a price, but it is a price. It is they will have to pay a price. They will. But it feels down the road. Yeah, that's what I yeah, it's a little hard to decipher for some reason. And maybe it's because it's one thing that could happen. Maybe there are lots of ways that they can pay a price, but they're showing me this way that it kind of breaks open again a little ways down the road. Hope that makes sense. So, okay. Last question. Will Mark Zuckerberg's Metaverse destroy our universe? Okay. Metaverse, is that like Facebook and is that what you mean? Metaverse? Yeah, okay. Um, his social network. I just heard destroy to save. Um, so maybe some things because of the social stuff, maybe some things will kind of break down or like systems will break down or because it feels like certain things may be brought down by the metaverse, but they aren't necessarily things that don't need to be brought down. It's like they're, I don't know, things that don't work anymore, systems that are old, whatever. It feels like some things they do break down because of the social scene, but it does feel like it's to change, it's to turn the page. Um, so yeah, that's what I got. So that's kind of weird, um, but we've seen, you know, the social network work that way. Like they made it so Trump had that empty stadium that one time with all the TikTok kids. So like that, it worked. And then that we've seen, awful things like our, elections, be kind of, hurt or whatever, changed because of Russia, doing their thing on social networks and stuff. Or on social platforms. So I think it's something like that. But it feels like actual like systems in the United States kind of ending or brought down, but they need to be. It's like turn the page. So maybe there'll be like scandals, or I don't know. But like I said, 2022 is going to be one of those like head spinning kind of years where it's just like, what happened? What happened? So thank you, Diane. Yeah, so weird. Yeah, thank you, Diane H. I appreciate that. Just before we go and before I do my shout outs, I just want to let you guys know that the membership is up and running. Push the join button if you want to join. Happy New Year! Push the join button if you want to join, because tomorrow we're doing our kickoff, which is our, I'm going to do live mini readings for people at 3 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow for New Year's Eve. It's our kickoff. It actually doesn't start till January 3rd. So if you don't care about the kickoff, it doesn't start till January 3rd. So you have some time, but if you want to, just hit the join button next to the subscribe button and you're all set. If you're on an iPad though, or an iPhone, send me an email and I'll send you specific instructions for that. Okay. All right. So here we go. All right. Daisy D. Thank you. Thank you, Lucienne, for your help. Thank you so much. Okay. Lucienne, Tiny Dancer, Sparky, KD. Thank you. Sweetie Darling. Thank you, Marie Henson, Sasha Brown. Thank you, Martha Arparicio. Thank you, Greeter. Thank you, Teresa, Susan Montez, Connie Brown. Thank you, Celtic Seer, Wendy Heaton, Jane the Seeker Tarot, Adrian Santern. Greeter. Oh, Teresa called you. I thanked you already. Carolyn Portfield Maxie. Thank you. Martha Kelly. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly Scarborough. Mainkind Esther Singh. Janine M. Carlene Rochelle. Barb P. Sea Escape. Thank you. Happy Girl. Thanks. Magnolia Spirit House. Okay, Adam. Thank you, Adam. Okay, Patricia Franzio, Sandra from Connecticut. Thank you. And Butterfly Kisses Healing, Jessica Lynn, Chris Wickens, Sue F, Bam Bam A, Mother of Three Gotcha, Pammy Hansen, Diva 369, Mary Weatherhead. Thank you. Thank you and Happy New Year. Deborah Hoven, Craig Dixon, Tiny Dancer, Carol Lamb. Thank you, member. I don't know who sent that. Who is that? Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Sandy, for being a new member. I appreciate it. And all of these little signs you see, those are little members that have come in. Thank you, Celeste, new member. Welcome. Angel Wings, Carolyn Adams, KB, Jane the Secret Tarot, Scully 392Z, Marie Hansen, Cheryl Nash, Daisy D, Rochelle. Okay, Celestial Light Worker, Judy B, Terry. Thank you, Terry. See you in class. Tara Vincenta, Kylie Meyer, Janine. Who is that? Sandy and Celeste and Ram Chop. Welcome. I'm glad you're a member. Marie Hansen, Louisa. Thank you, Mags. Welcome to the club. Dan Artist Painter, TC Skywriter, Angel Wings. Liz, there is Sandy. Thank you for becoming a member. I can't wait. Peony and Roses, Elle Lynch, Snow Wolf, Kate Ingram, Lisa Foster, Elizabeth Morris, Craig Dixon, Prince Charming's mom, Adrian Santon, Carol Bastian. Welcome Celeste to the club. Paisley, Becca Lynn, Elle Lynch, Patricia, Francino, Desiree, Carol, Gallagher, Adrian Santern. I probably am saying the names over and over again. Sorry about that. CSK, I said that. Ram Top, welcome to the club. I think I said. Sandra, Desiree, Raslin, Neptune's other daughter, Cheryl McLemore. Mags, welcome to the club. I think I said, welcome, SCR Daker Brown to the club. Welcome. Oh, wait, who's that from Texas? I think said Texas. Marie Hansen. Thank you from Texas. Sue F. Tara Vincenta, thank you. Welcome to the club. We'll see you tomorrow. Sharon, Adrian Senton, Louisa M, Debbie Prusky, Tracy Ralph, Linda Thompson, Jane Winninger. Okay, I think I've hit the bottom of the list. Well, thank you, and thank you for the new members. That's awesome. I'm so glad hopefully you'll join us tomorrow. And I will see you then. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming. Bye.